Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh and good evening. So our topic for this evening is Presidential Decree number 1177 together with my partner Ayman A. Tambak. So Presidential Decree number 117 is more popularly known as the Automatic Appropriation Law for Debt Servicing, was issued by former President Ferdinand E. Marcos. As the title suggests, under this law, the national government is duty-bound to automatically appropriate funds for principal and interest payments for public debt servicing. The rise in accumulated indebtedness of the national government over the years has reached alarming proportion. Each year, the government is allocating enormous amount to service the country's external debt. In 2005 alone, the government allotted 686 billion or around 94% of the country's total revenues. And it was also in the same year that budget allocation for debt payment overtook the appropriation for public services expenditures by 1.37%. Then, given the already impoverished life of most Filipinos, the money which the government automatically allocates for debt payments should be instead be channeled to fund basic services like education, health, poverty alleviation, and other similar spending devoted to social and public services. It is worthy to consider that local government units LGU play a big role in delivery of such services. Then through the devolution process, it becomes the LGU's burden and responsibility to deliver public service like healthcare, disaster preparedness and management, and the other services, social services, to the citizens. So this bill, in a sense, simply seeks to follow the leads of these countries by canceling the automatic allotment of funds for debt servicing under Presidential Decree number 1177 in order to free sufficient funds for the public and social services, as well as the poverty alleviation and development programs of the national government. So we have the example here of the section. So first is section 1. Section 1, the short title. This act shall be known as Automatic Debt Appropriation Cancellation Act of 2007. Followed by section 2, Amendment of Section 31 PD number 117. Any provision of law to the contrary notwithstanding, Section 31 of Presidential Decree 1177 is hereby amended to read as follows. The next is section number 3. Appropriation for debt servicing. The funding for the payments of the principal and interest for the foreign debts of the country shall undergo the same annual appropriation process like all regular items or national budget under the General Appropriation Act. Then section number 4 is increase in the funding of local government units. So 50% of the resources of the government freed as result of the cancellation of the automatic appropriation for debt servicing under Section 31 of Presidential Decree 1177. So followed by section number 5, automatic release of IRA or the International Revenue Allotment due to each local government of LGU shall be automatically released within 15 days from the start of each and every quarter in the form of quarterly budget allotments covered by the appropriate release orders. The next is section number 6 is implementing agency. The DBM shall take the appropriate action to see the implementation of the provision of this act, particularly in the preparation of the annual national budget of the government as contained in the General Appropriation Act in the computation of the IRA due to payable to local government units of LGU. The next is the section number 7. So we have the separability. In case of any portion or provision of this act is declared as invalid or unconstitutional, the remaining parts, portion, and or provisions that there or shall remain in full force and effect. So the last one is the section number 8, effectivity. This act shall take effect 15 days following the completion of its publication in 2 newspaper of general circulation. So the other topic is si Ayman ang bahala. Part of Ayman topic. So hanggang dito lang yung part ko. So thank you, that's all.